Hello and welcome to Behind the Claw. We will be picking up where we left off last week. So they have discovered that there is a downed subsidized liner, and it when it came into when the distress call came into the system, it was a little peculiar. They did not pick up any um, register on the sensors that a ship had come into the system, and the distress call was routed through all of the interdiction satellites throughout Gorham. And the reason for this, there are only a couple of possibilities, but the most likely reason is that the ship was flying with a Dindy code, do not detect, for the Gorham system. Now, Dindy codes are not just freely given out; those are usually the sole property of the Imperial Navy, and yet that kind of fits the situation. And coming down to the planet, they have found the crash site and have entered what remains of the subsidized liner, and have discovered that they've met their first, um, uh, I guess, survivor, Giovanna Maietti, and she let them know she was a little bit traumatized. She let them know that she was the junior steward aboard. She didn't ask too many questions, but they have discovered that this ship is the Amishi, the ship mentioned in the dead drop logs from the Sword World's intelligence agent. And so that is where we're picking up. We left off with Audrey, Zurzi, and his two bots in the central, uh, uh, I guess you could say this is the galley kitchen. And so, meanwhile, Casimir is over on the rescue ship in the middle of doing surgery on his patient that turns out is the fifth cousin thrice removed of Duchess Delphine of Mora. And so, of course, if it were found out that he was on a vacation cruise to a red zoned world, this would be blackmail material that could be used against Duchess Delphine, even as remotely related as the two may be. And so that's where we're picking up. Uh, so Giovanna takes off and heads back to the rescue ship. Why don't we do this? Everybody give me an initiative check. And
Do that.
Zurzi, you can roll for Clanker and Virgil as well.
Alrighty.
I don't remember. Yes, Casimir is on the screen. Okay.
Yep, put me on specifically for that reason.
So when I switch to the rescue ship, or if I have to, you won't be able to see your you won't be able to see the turn order because of how Roll20 does things. But right, here we go. So what are you having Virgil do?
All right. So the person we came across has ran past us and is out of combat. I'm assuming.
There was no combat. You basically
I mean,
told her the way back, and she headed back to the rescue ship.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have Virgil go forward and open this door in front of him.
Okay. So, door is locked.
Doesn't say.
Oh,
Oh,
the one weird thing that I see about this, if you look at this room, and I think this is an error, it shows that this is an iris valve door. Why? If these two are standard slider doors, having one, and this is a standard slider door, having one iris valve isn't going to protect this room at all. So,
Because it was cheaper to have 3 shitty doors.
yeah, right.
I know.
Virgil's just gonna use his strength to try to just smash the door down.
All right, let me.
He's got strength of 12, so that's plus 1, I think.
Me... What's the name of his bot? What kind of bot?
Vigilance CCR.
Vigil.
He's got 2 manipulators with a strength 12, dex 7.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, so yes, if he has strength 12, he's got a +2. So 2d +2 if he's just gonna try and rip that door open.
All right, so it'll be a 9 altogether.
Why would it be a 9?
He rolled a 7 plus 2, makes it a 9.
It's showing that you rolled a 10.
No, that was an initiative roll. I'm rolling just 2d6.
I see what you're saying.
I don't have a character sheet for Virgil or for the other steward droid,
Right.
so.
Okay, I gotcha. So Virgil grabs this door and he's straining with it. You can see the door's kind of buckling, but it is firm in place. It's kind of warping. These doors aren't terribly strong. Not like, they're not like an iris valve, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, he's struggling. What would you like Clanker to do?
I'll tell Clanker to just watch behind us, and he'll just sit there with his stoolies out, just watching behind us in case someone tries to sneak up behind us.
Okay.
And then basically, if he sees somebody and it's not Kaz, he's gonna shoot.
Okay.
I need to restart my roll 20, so 1 second.
Sure. Meanwhile, over in medbay, Kaz, you are at the point of you're finishing up. You're getting ready to stitch or staple up your patient, and there is a computer alert that maneuver some stuff here. Actually, there's a computer alert listing that the forward airlock has opened.
Interesting. You guys did calm me that somebody is coming. I come over to Zurzi and ask him whether whether he gave like the ship access codes, not the ship, but the door access codes to the people coming in.
I guess we'd have to retcon and say I did, because I did tell her to just go over into the ship.
Right.
So.
Yeah, she was told to just go to the rescue ship. I mean, her question at the time was, do you want me to wait on the beach while everybody, is a staging area? And he's just said, go to the ship.
Okay. Well, in that case, I don't know. Our ship doesn't have an intercom system, so.
It's a good question. I would think that it would.
So. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for there to be an intercom, right? Like, it's small enough where like all the crew would really just be able to.
I can't imagine any ship not having an intercom system.
Yeah, I mean,
you think so?
Yeah, it's got 40 lobers, so you may need to make announcements and such.
Yeah, I can't imagine any ship, especially at tech level 12, not having
Okay,
an
all right, all
intercom
right.
system. I mean, if we're supposed to be at the later end of tech level 7, starting to go into tech level 8 in real life, I mean, they have intercom systems. They had them on the shuttles. They have them on the International Space Station. I can't imagine there not being one.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, well in that case, yeah, then I'll connect. Then I'll connect to the intercom and say, uh, uh please proceed to the please proceed to the central what what the oh my god, I should know this because we had a whole argument about this a month ago. The common area,
Yeah.
please please proceed to the common area. I'll be with you in just a moment.
Okay.
And
So
I
that would
keep
be
working on surgery.
the port common area. So yeah, you give this announcement, and that is where she will go.
Yep. And then yeah, I'll keep working.
Okay. All right. So you continue to work on your patient.
I think I rolled that I'm working for 3 hours.
I believe that
I
is
don't remember.
correct. Yeah. It's been long enough that you've completed the surgery and that you are at the closing up stage.
Okay, all right, that's good.
So Zurzi, what are you doing?
Can I see any like computer access ports in here? Like any way I could get into the.
It's a kitchen. It's a galley.
All right, I'm just gonna tell Audrey that besides looking for people, we need to try to find a way so I can get into their computers.
Okay.
Audrey will be on the lookout for computers.
Eat some stuff in here, but not too much. Take some snacks for later.
So what are you doing? You tell Audrey to keep her eye out for a computer.
I'm just gonna wait for Virgil to rip the door down.
Okay. What's Audrey doing?
Okay, well, Virgil is ripping the door.
He's attempting.
Oh, well, while that's happening, Audrey will look around the kitchen.
Okay.
And see if they have any meat there.
So yeah, you find that there's some food in the refrigerator cabinets and things like that. But one of the things that you are one of the things that stands out, well, make an investigate plus intellect check.
Skills, investigate. 4.
So you can't tell if I mean, you can see where Giovanna was in the kitchen, and she had basically pulled out a drawer of silverware, and basically just dumped it on the floor like she was looking for something. And the rest of the kitchen is in the rest of the galley is in a similar state, but you can't tell if it was turned down like this or if this is a result of the ship crashing. Usually, and this galley is no different. The cupboards and whatnot have locking mechanisms or some kind of clasp that keep them, closed during, high G maneuvers or a crash or whatever. Because you certainly don't want a butcher knife to be flopping around the room when, pulling a high G maneuver or whatever. Almost all of the cabinets are open, and stuff is just strewn around on the on the countertops, on the floor, all over the place. You do find some food, some cold cuts in the refrigerator, which looking in the refrigerator, it looks like somebody's already been in here and has picked it over a little bit.
Audrey notices nothing because she's distracted by food, so she devours the cold cuts.
Okay. All right, go ahead and have Virgil give me another strength check.
Only an 8.
An 8 is good. So Virgil gets the door open. I know what this room is. But... So Virgil rips this door open, and this is a kind of a lounge area. There is a bar here towards the aft of the lounge area, and this is just kind of a casual seating area. There were some potted plants in here for reasons, and they're now tipped over, and the soil and contents are spilled across the floor. Other than this, this is what Virgil sees. It's just a it looks like a lounge that's been in a crash.
Right. I just tell him to keep going straight ahead to the next door and keep smashing them open. And I'm gonna tell him on his because he has void speaker, so I'm assuming it's like a loudspeaker kind of.
It's a voter speaker. It's it. All that means is that he can talk to you. That's it. It's not a loudspeaker. It's just he has a voice.
Oh, I was gonna just have him start like yelling once in a while, like rescue team, come out with your hands up.
The rampaging robot is going to terrorize everyone.
He's not a police droid.
Yeah, we're with the government and we're here to help.
Right.
Oh, that's the worst thing you can ever hear.
Exactly.
Yes. Talk about making things worse. So yeah, there are 3 exits here. There is a door to the port, a door to the starboard, or I'm sorry, door to the port, door to the starboard, and then this door to the fore. You just want him to go to the fore door and rip it open?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
So he makes his way up there. What are you having Clanker do?
I'll tell Clanker to just follow behind him. So I'll make him. I can have just do like 10 meters there, and I'll have him. He'll have his weapons out and ready, but not to shoot anybody he sees now.
Here is the vigilance stats. And here is the crew droid stats. So yeah, so Clanker's got the same movement as a normal character.
So he should be like that. Technically, he should be like that. Because the vigilance can move 9 meters. Clanker can move 6, apparently.
Yes.
So I'll have him move up, and yeah, that's my turn. Or that's my robot's turn.
Okay. All right. Just for fun, Kaz, then give me a medic plus education check. Actually, no, I take that back. Give me a... the machine's probably going to do most of that. Yeah, give me a medic plus dex check.
Plus dex?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I get my usual bonuses, or...
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okie dokie. And so it says... Okay, no, I fucked that up. That's what it says. Okay.
Okay.
Still at 12.
So yeah, you suture this guy up. What that check was to see how bad of a scar he's going to have. But you're a pretty good doctor, and so you stitch this guy up quite well. And so now you're just at cleanup phase. Clean him up, put the bandage on him, and then you would be ready to rejoin the rest of the group.
Mhm.
um. So I need this. Hmm. Okay. Excellent. All right. All right. So, okay. Zurzi, what are you doing?
I'm gonna assume I've used my my database and just pulled up like a standard uh map for one of these ships. 'Cause I'm assuming that'd be like fairly common knowledge.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just following with the robots.
So,
And
and if I look at this, let's see. Looking at this, so I should almost, since you open that door, you are correct. This would be easily identifiable in your database. So what I will do. I can do it like this. All right, so this is what your database pulls up. And you immediately notice that there are significant changes. That the Amishi has been rather significantly modified.
oh, okay.
So you are currently,
I think we're on deck 4 because I believe we came into the ceiling.
yes, you are on. Yeah, you're on deck 4. Yes, you're on deck 4.
Okay.
And so, like on the standard deck plans, this lounge simply doesn't exist. So somebody put some money into this ship, and you can tell just by looking at this lounge that it there was very little expense that was spared.
And now it's a crashed ship that's worth nothing.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Well, I mean, you could scrap it and stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, it can be parted out.
I'll just make a note on the on our comms, just be like, the layout of the ship is very fancy compared to what it should be. but we're just heading north until we hit something important.
I mean, the reality of a subsidized liner is that, I mean, you expect an average median, right? So if you book passage sight unseen on a subby, it the average median I think would probably be probably along the lines of like the average would be maybe a little bit better than like a Motel 6.
Okay.
But of course, being a privately owned or privately operated vessel, you know, they can range up to being as nice, honestly, as the Hilton, depending on if somebody wanted to put that much money into them, or could be much worse. They could be more like an Econo Lodge, and they could be pure crap. So, but this one seemed like it was, I mean, at the time of operation, she looked like she was probably pretty fancy. Now, like this bar right here, overlooks into the galley. So, I mean, anybody that came over here, you could see over the bar because this is where the bartender would stand. And there are, Audrey, part of the mess that you saw back there is that there are a number of all empty booze bottles. You don't find a full booze bottle anywhere in here. They're all empty. Even the beer cans are empty. So
All
what?
right, well,
Space Coronas.
Yes. What space limes? What is Zurzi doing?
see, I'm just gonna move in and I'm just gonna send a comm message to Audrey and Kaz. Let them know that we're just continuing to head north until we hit probably the bubble part, because I'm assuming there's like a command center
Space
in there.
North.
Yeah, Space North. And the ship's layout is a lot more bougie than what it should be.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Did you already move?
Yeah, I moved my guy 6 meters.
Okay. And staying a little back from Virgil. All right. Audrey, what are you doing?
For right now, Audrey is following Virgil, and on our ship, Tom is going to go over to Giovanna and smell her.
Okay. It's funny that you bring that up. Interesting. What the fuck? Okay, now I gotta look this up. Hold on a second here. That. So here's something maybe we did talk about it, but I don't remember. Major Tom has dense layers of fat and horny plates that provide him +2 protection. He is armored. He is also camouflaged. It says physical adaptations that allow him to blend into his environment, such as chameleonic skin or psionic shielding. He doesn't have psionic shielding. He gains a +2 to all stealth checks. So his stealth, he's rolling a +4 for stealth.
Oh,
wow.
That's pretty brutal for a really, really ugly dog, especially with those teeth. But the thing that I'm finding odd is that he does not have enhanced senses of any kind. He's going to be a terrible. He doesn't have heightened senses, so he's going to be a terrible hunting dog.
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yeah, well, he's a carnivore pouncer, so
Bouncers would need good senses though,
let's
because they
think. But yeah, no, he's got armor and camouflage. So
I would say it would make more sense to take away his armor and give him enhanced senses, but all right, whatever.
yeah, I mean, Major Tom can. You're just having him sniff Giovanna.
Yes.
Have him roll a recon. 2D plus 2.
9.
Okay, so Tom smells Giovanna and kind of. Now I got to look at the picture again. He doesn't really have ears, so that feathery tuft of fur on top of his head, he lays it back and kind of backs away from her and just lets out a low growl. Of course, you guys don't know this because you're not there. But he's not attacking her, but he is wary of her.
We shouldn't trust her then.
You can move Virgil to the door and make a strength check.
All right. Oh, he only got a 5.
So
he's just hammering away at it.
Yeah, I mean, how is he wanting to open the door? Is he like trying to pry it open? Is he bashing at it with his fist? What's
probably just beating the shit out of it?
Okay, so the droid acts like he's frustrated with this damn door and is just beating on the door, clang, 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 denting it clearly, but not making any headway in opening it. What is Clanker doing?
Then Clanker is gonna just move up to the iris valve and just try to kind of wait just in case somebody tries to open it.
Okay. Hold on.
And then that's the robots.
Yeah, this. I'm sorry. So, no, Clanker is not doing that. I was wrong. These green doors are unlocked, but the yellow or the orange or yellow, I don't know if that's what color that is. These are locked. These are iris valves.
Oh, okay.
Audrey, Zurzi, Clanker, and Virgil make a recon plus intellect check.
Do you want me to roll for the robots?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see, recon. So it's Virgil got a 12. I got a 9. Clanker got a 10.
So, Zurzi, Clanker, and Virgil, you hear the sound from behind you, so coming from this direction. You hear the sound of what sounds like a it's very faint, but it sounds like a cabin door opening.
All right.
You know, a cabin door sliding open.
All right, so I'll act on my turn and on the robot's turn to it.
Okay.
Was that happening on Clanker's turn?
That was happening on Clanker's turn.
Okay, then all right, never mind.
Shit, no, I forgot what I was done. There we go. All right, so Kaz, you are cleaned up, and this patient. I mean, the only thing left to do is for him to. I mean, he's going to have another a couple hours of anesthesia that he's going to have to come out of. You've got.
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to shove him into the auto dock, I think, just to kind of keep him stable.
Okay.
And go and talk to go and talk to Giovanna, I guess.
Okay. So you make your way over into the port galley. Make a recon plus intellect check.
Recon plus int. Submit 11.
So you notice two things. First, the first thing that you notice is that Major Tom is up here, and the tuft of fur on his head is laid back, and he's just kind of huffing and letting out a little growl every now and again, and his eyes are locked on Giovanna. The other thing that you notice is that of course there is a galley in here, and you notice that several of the drawers, she's at the kitchen counter and she's going through all the drawers.
Interesting. I'm not going to say anything yet until she responds to me. In fact, I'm going to read her mind right now.
Okay.
Because that's weird.
Go ahead.
It's weird that she's doing this.
Go ahead and make a check.
I believe that might be a success. I don't remember. I think it's 6. It's either 6 or 8. Let's find out.
For read surface thoughts, it is an 8.
Okay. So I flub it for now, but I can make it. I can give it another attempt. After that.
Yeah, with a 7, I can tell you that her thoughts are mercurial. Heavily muddled. Not like she herself is psionic and that she's shielded. It's more like a little bit chaotic. But beyond that, you're not able to pick anything up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, can I help you?
And she jumps. Obviously, she was well into searching through the kitchen drawers, and she turns around, and she says, "Oh, you startled me." And she says, my name's Giovanna. I came over from the Amishi, and some of your crew rescued me, and I'm just so glad to be over here." And she runs over to you and clings to you like a damsel in distress.
No, okie dokie. All right, that's good, I suppose.
And she seems make a recon plus social check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a recon plus social check. I'll awkwardly pat her on the shoulder, but I'm also gonna make sure that she doesn't try to pickpocket me. It's a 6, but I do have specialized though, so there is that.
So, well, I mean, that's not gonna. Your specialized are gonna pick up on social cues, but she comes over and clings onto you and like buries her face in your shoulder and is kind of quietly sobbing about this whole ordeal, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll awkwardly pat her with the not cyber arm.
I just had this image in my head of you like patting a baby with your cyber arm. Oh, you can get it all out. Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
are you? So you're patting her with your normal arm. Are you consoling her? What How are you? I mean, this is an awkward situation.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's a bit awkward. Kaz strikes me as very. Nah, he's not. No, this probably wouldn't be something that he's into. So yes, he would comfort her, but he would lead her to one of the seats that is right next to the.
Okay, So yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of gently extricate yourself from her and set her down, and she is kind of weepy, and just continually just keeps going on. Thank you so much for finally rescuing us, and I mean they've been here for what, a little over a week.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm given that, I mean, I'll say like, well, what were you doing here? I mean, this is, this is a red zone in the middle of nowhere. I mean,
So
what?
she tells Cass essentially the same thing she told everybody else. She said that she kind of ended up dropping out of college, and she needed to find a job, and she took a hiring ad to be a junior steward aboard the subsidized liner Amishi. She didn't ask too many questions. She didn't really, ask where they were going or what their itinerary was, and basically because she was a junior steward, she wasn't really kept in the know by the command staff or the captain of the ship or anything. And so she said the next, they made several jumps. They had picked up a number of she specifically says very wealthy passengers, and she says that next thing she knows, there was complete chaos. The ship was damaged. They came out of jump, and she says she doesn't remember too much, but there were alerts, and evidently we crash landed. But and then she kind of stops. She looks at you and she says, "Where exactly are we that is red zoned?"
We're in the Gorham system,
She
right?
says,
Yeah.
she says, she says, okay, well, she says, I mean, I'm not an astrogator. I'm from Mora. That's where I grew up. I, I know that I know roughly that we're coreward of Mora. She says, but I don't know anything about what's going on. And she just kind of buries her hands or her face in her hands.
Can I attempt to read her mind again, or is that going to be for the next action?
We'll do that next action.
Okay. Mhm.
Zurzi, what are you doing?
I am going to Virgil isn't going to go?
No, it's your turn.
Oh no.
So he has opened this door.
I guess I'm gonna yell behind us towards this direction. With this time I will actually have my laser pistol out finally, I guess.
Okay.
Not aiming it, but just have it in my hand. Just, you never know.
Using it for medicinal purposes.
Yeah. If anything, it'll scare him off because I can't shoot for shit. And I'm just gonna yell back there. Well, that we're here to rescue you. If you are a survivor, please come out now. Make yourself known.
Go ahead, make a persuade plus social check.
I feel like I should get a bonus on this. I am being honest.
Go ahead and make a persuade plus social and make it with a bane.
Oh god.
There you
Just because
go.
I'm a Jodani yelling this?
No.
A bane is another.
Oh,
So that would make the 3
6
into
total.
So make it a 7. Yeah. Or, yeah, 6.
So you yell out that you're here to rescue everybody, and other than the slight groan of the ship from from the freezing water around the hull, it's causing the hull to kind of stress a bit. There's no response.
Okay, well. I feel like we're doing our job very fantastically.
I mean, yeah, so far.
That's my turn.
You're not going to move at all. You're going to stay there.
Yeah, because Virgil's still working on the door. Well, so we know that it's unlocked. Actually, because you said that it's unlocked, right?
Yes, the green doors are unlocked.
All right, so yeah, I'll move up right behind Virgil.
Okay. Audrey, what are you doing?
Okay, well, Audrey will stand behind Zurzi,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay. Oh, I see what they did. Interesting choice. Okay. In. Sorry, I'm trying to find something here. I seem. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I know what I did. All right. So you're just kind of getting behind Zurzi, and
Mhm.
that's it?
Yes.
Okay. So Virgil gets the door open. There is a kind of a T shaft here. There is a corridor that goes port and starboard, both ending in closed and locked iris valves. And there is an iris valve forward that is locked and closed. But there is a above the iris valve. It says bridge.
Ooh, there are probably computers there.
Safe bet.
Excellent. I'll tell Virgil. Well, is he gonna be intelligent enough to know to try to just open the door? Because I mean, he's got
He's got
advanced
int
programming.
9. He's got int 9. I mean, yeah, but he can't. These doors
Okay.
have been locked and are in a security lockdown mode. They cannot be opened unless you have authorized access. Now,
Are we able to hack these like we could on the space station, or no?
you could try to hack them, yes. Each individual door could be hacked. But find this. There it is. You guys do all have. These are part of your equipment that was supplied for rescue operations. They call it a rescue key. Basically, it is a breaching charge.
I'm assuming that we'll use. Oh, it's a mechanic check. Okay, I was gonna say, is this a demolitions check or something?
No, this is just. I mean, it's not that big. It's just a mechanic check to get it to be seated properly. Now, the problem, of course, is that put into some of these iris valve doors could be problem. It may or may not open them, but you can certainly use it. And I would say that each of you you're each carrying a strip of 3 of these things.
Okay. Now, I guess rules wise, because both of the robots are intellect 9, could I have Clanker use the rescue key? Would an intelligence 9 robot be able to?
That's going to be a problem. Well, maybe.
Because he has a mechanic skill, so he could do the mechanic check. If not, I'll just ask Audrey to do it, because my mechanic skill is not very good.
He does not have a mechanic skill.
Clanker does.
Clanker does, but
yeah, as I was saying, could I
but
have
Virgil does not.
Yeah, I was gonna have Virgil move. I'm saying, could Clanker be able to do it with an intelligence of 9, or
yeah,
would that be something that a human needs to do? Okay.
No, like Clanker could easily do that. He's got the mechanic check.
Yeah, I'll tell Virgil to kind of stand aside, and that'll be his turn. And for Clanker's turn, he'll make his way 6 meters at a time heading towards this door. And I'm just going to tell him, put a rescue key on the door in front of us, and we're going to open it.
Sure.
And that's his turn. That's as far as he can move.
Okay, so he is moving towards the door. So, Kaz, what do you want to do? You're muted.
He said it.
I am muted. Yeah, I am muted. No, I was muted. I was listening. Fucking forgot to switch the thing off. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her. I'll be like, okay, well, I understand I didn't tell you anything, but like, surely you must have guessed something. You said that there were wealthy people on here, that came aboard the ship. So and considering you were one of the staff hears everything. And while I ask her this, I'm again gonna do a telepathy check.
Okay.
Wow, this bitch is weird. Okay.
Now you're down 4 psi points. It's only gonna get worse from there. Yeah, no, you're not picking up a whole lot from her. It's just this foggy, chaotic jumble of thoughts.
Well, okay, I suppose the question is I mean, have I encountered this before? Like, outside this.
Yeah, I mean, psychologically, it could just be because she's, because she's upset from the crash.
Okay, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. All right. Well, I am going to ask her, like, so I say, not to pry or anything, but what were you looking for?
She says, "Well, I was." She goes, "I'm." She seems a little embarrassed. She goes, "I was looking for ingredients to make a sandwich."
Oh, I mean, okay, yeah, sure. I'll go make you a sandwich. Why not? Just stay put.
Okay.
And I'll go and make her a sandwich, I guess, and I'll be like, so yeah, I mean, but keep talking, like what's I guess the sandwiches are probably over here.
Sure.
Yeah. I say, yeah, so I'll ask her, so why yeah, so what can you tell me like about the people on the ship? Like how many survivors should we be on the lookout for? I suppose, and who I fixed one guy up, who took gunfire wounds. Interestingly enough, do you know what happened there? Did you hear gunfire?
So she says, she starts to sob almost uncontrollably, and she says that she witnessed the man who hired her. This was maybe 4 days ago. And his name is Marin Suwa. Now, if you remember, that name is a part of. Let me see which one it is. Yeah. He was named in the dead drop. In fact, he sent a message to Alistair Hulkin and CC'd Station Commander Crix Darrison. She's saying that Marin Suwa is the man who hired her, and she said that she witnessed. She was kind of making her way through the staterooms looking for survivors, and she witnessed Marin Suwa shoot this guy with a pistol, and she immediately hid. And she says that she was lucky that he didn't see her, because she was afraid that he was going to try and kill her too. And she says, please don't say anything that I told you this, because I don't want any part of whatever this is. She says, all I want is to get home.
Okay. Well, Kaz is going to immediately tell the thing that she asked for him not to tell, but he's going to tell to Zurzi. He will say that the woman identifying over the neurocom, so he's not speaking out loud. But over the neurocom, he's going to say the woman identified as Giovanna Mady has confirmed that she saw uh uh I was just looking at him. Marit Sawa.
Marin Sua, yeah.
Marin Sua, the guy in the letter, the guy in the dead drop, ventilate the guy that that I finished patching up. She claims that she hid from him, but I have suspicions about, an untrained civilian hiding from a hiding from a trained intelligence officer. Also, Major Tom seems to be upset with her for some reason. So I'll be keeping an eye out on her. And and I mean, Casimir's gonna, he's gonna say, and he's gonna try to redirect the conversation. He's like, okay, I won't say anything. And he'll make her a turkey and cheese sandwich.
Okay. All right.
I do have steward, actually. Let's see if
you could go ahead and roll steward.
Yeah, let's see how good my sandwiches
steward
are.
plus intellect.
Why not? This is the best fucking sandwich this bitch is gonna ever eat.
Amazing
Goddamn good
sandwich.
I mean, that's probably, she's a junior steward, and that's probably better than anything she ever made. I mean, there was a reason why she was a junior steward.
Yeah, well,
she's an intern. She doesn't even have the steward skill.
Not even at 0. Well, okay. Anyway,
and so, so Zurzi, you get this neural comm from Kaz about this situation.
I'm gonna respond back on Neuro saying, "Should we just kill everyone?" And while I'm waiting for that response, yeah.
I mean, it's a free action to communicate back and forth.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll wait for Kaz. What do you respond?
I say probably not. We can stuff them into the low. We can stuff them into the low berths if they get rowdy, but just be careful that there's at least one confirmed armed hostile.
Okay, well, we're about to blow open a door right now.
Best of luck.
And
I'm going to keep interviewing this. I'm going to keep interviewing this one because something's not adding up with her story.
I'm going to get around the corner, so I'm out of direct line of sight, and tell Clanker to get ready to blow that door. And that's my turn.
Okay. Audrey, what are you doing?
Audrey waits for Clanker to open the door.
Okay. What is Virgil doing?
Virgil is waiting for Clanker.
Okay.
And Clanker is going to move up.
Make a mechanic check. He has a +2.
Right, and
nice. So these are just small wedge-shaped charges. Clanker definitely kind of hammers it into a crack in this iris valve and kind of steps back and hits the button, and there's a loud bang, and the iris valve is opened enough to where somebody could probably use a hand crank to force this door open. There are manual hand cranks, but when it is locked, it's impossible to override the lock.
Is he able to just like use his hands and like open it, or would that be like a different action?
He could. Let me take a look.
He's only got a strength of 9.
You might have. I mean, Virgil was holding an action for Clanker. He could go ahead and move forward and make that attempt. He's going to have a better job at it than Flanker is.
All right. So then +2 would be 11.
Okay, so Virgil goes forward and starts, kind of prying these doors open, and it's taking him a little bit. And inside is the captain, and first I need to, I guess this would be intellect check. And he fails, which means that's maybe even worse. You hear a gunshot.
Oh no.
But it doesn't hit Virgil or Clanker. In fact, it doesn't even hit the partially closed iris valve door. And it sounds like it is fairly low caliber. I mean, just from the sound, you've heard Kaz shoot guns before. This doesn't. This sounds like, a party popper compared to some of the stuff that you've heard other people use. And from inside you hear, "Stay back! Stay back!"
Am I able to respond on the robot's turn, even though I'm Zurzi, or no?
Sure.
I'd probably just yell at him, "Will the rescue team to save your dumbass?"
Go ahead and make a persuade plus social check.
Going fantastic. A 7.
So that's enough for him to, he yells out, "Oh, thank God, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to shoot at you. I didn't hurt anybody, did I?"
No.
Not with that attitude.
Kaz, what are you doing? So you've made this fantastic sandwich.
Right? Like, yeah. So, okay, fine. So I make this fantastic sandwich. I'm going to. Oh gosh. I mean, I'm gonna go for I'm third time's the charm, and if I fail now, I mean, it's it's just clearly not meant to be.
Well, what is your psi points down to?
I'm down to I'm only down 4. So because I did two of them. That's it.
What does that make your psi stat?
Oh, it makes it an 8.
So you're at +0.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and try again.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, I guess this is just not happening. Okay. Well, so it goes.
Audrey. Bring him back up. Go ahead and roll 2D for Major Tom for his initiative check, and add him to the stack. Okay, so Tom gets an 8. Are you looking for a new beard care product? Or perhaps you're a loyal customer and you're just looking to save some scratch? Fable Beard Company has you covered. Head on over to fablebeardco.com and check out their end of season clearance, where you can get up to 50% off of all of their beard care products. And while you're at it, you should head on over to fablebeauty.com and check out some of their products for her. Natural deodorant, shave oil, serum, hair oil elixir, they have all of it. So check out fablebeardcompany.com and fablebeauty.com and check out their sale. Ugly. So Giovanna kind of gobbles down the sandwich. It's obvious that she hasn't eaten in a while. And um, she gets up and she kind of comes over to you, Kaz, and she says, kind of in a almost seductive voice, she goes, "That was fantastic. Thank you so much." And she's moving towards you like she's going to try and hug you again.
Okay. Well, I mean, do sure. I suppose I don't see her do anything hostile. So for now, so yeah, I suppose I'll let her for
Okay.
now.
Okay. Uh,
But I am cognizant that that she is still suspicious. So I'm not gonna let my guard down.
okay. Audrey, roll 2d plus 2 for Major Tom's recon check.
14.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so Tom can smell blood on Giovanna. And Tom sees that Giovanna stashed a kitchen knife in her bra. What does Tom want to do? And he sees her moving towards Casimir. What does Major Tom want to do?
Okay, Tom bites her.
Okay, so Tom, wow, Tom moves at 12 meters. Oh shit, that's
Good Lord.
so yeah. He can certainly get there in one minor move. All right, so Tom's got melee natural. Oh shit, melee natural 3. So
Oh
Tom
God.
rolls 2d plus 3 for his attack.
11.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
So Tom does d3 damage. Let's see. d3 plus 3 for damage. So roll a d6 and let's see what comes up.
Oh, roll d6.
Yeah,
Is it 1 or is it 3d6?
it's d3. That's 3 plus 3 for 6.
Nice.
So Tom, Casimir, you see Tom just come racing across the room, and you're just every time this, in air quotes, dog moves, you're like surprised because he moves so fast. He's practically a blur, and he comes across and lights onto Giovanna's arm. And just as she was moving in, she was pulling out a butcher knife from her cleavage. And Tom has now clamped down onto her wrist. And doesn't look like he's drawn blood yet, but it is a pretty good bite. She is going to try to kick Tom with a melee unarmed. And fails. And Tom lets go, and you can clearly see that she's got this kitchen knife in her hand. We will come back to this whole situation Zurzi, they have opened the door enough that you can step through.
All right, yeah. I'll walk in to come introduce myself. I still have my las gun in my hand, but I'm not aiming at anything. I'm just kind of just holding it just in case.
Okay.
And yeah, I kind of make sure I look prim and proper as I walk in as best I can, and just tell him that I'm Captain Zurzi of the rescue vessel. What all happened? How did you guys crash?
Let's see. So he tells you his name. He is Captain Reese Laslick. Let's see here. Yes. And he is the independent. He's the the operator, not owner. He's the operator of the independent liner Amishi, and he tells you that his ship was owned free and clear, and he said that um, he said I used to be pretty proud of this vessel, and he tells you that he has been known to make um, regular ports at upmarket areas along the Spinward Main, and he put in for a refit and created the luxury variant. He says you probably noticed that the ship has been modified. The interior is different. He says, but then kind of ran into a downturn, and he tells you that I went into so much debt that the only option available to me that was presented by one Alistair Hulker was to do illegal cruises to red zones. And he says, you would be amazed at how much money some of the wealthy elite will pay to go on a cruise just to step foot for anywhere from a couple of hours to an afternoon on a world that is red zoned. And he says not that a red zoned world in most cases is anything different than anywhere else. He says it's just the fact that they're not supposed to be there. And he says that he's done a couple of these trips. He was starting to get out of debt. He didn't think that he was going to have to make too many more, but he says that the next thing he knew, there was a problem. He says, I don't know what the whole story is. He said the first thing that I knew that anything was amiss was when Sir Paul's bodyguards started asking strange questions, and then there was gunfire. And he says, I locked myself in the bridge, and I was unable to get out or communicate with anybody. He says somebody activated the lockdown sequence, and nobody's been able to get out of particular areas. He says all of the iris valves have been locked shut, and I've been locked out of my own ship. He says I've been trying to. You immediately notice that there are around the bridge. There are service panels that are open. There's wiring that's hanging out. Some of the wiring has been cut. He says that he's been pulling off panels and fiddling with electronics, but he says I have no idea what I'm doing. He says I have a small. I armed myself because I heard there was a gunshot, and so I armed myself with a snub pistol from the ship's locker, and he says now we're here, and I've been locked in here for a week. He says that's honestly all I know. He says, but he says I'm not going to hide the fact that I broke the law by doing these damned red zone cruises. He says I'm willing to take the responsibility for that. I was captain of this ship, and that is my duty is to is to accept that.
Well, glad that you're willing to step up for breaking the law repeatedly. I've seen the data of you
I
coming by
like how
here a
you
few
put that.
times.
It's nice of you to step up and accept the fact that you've broken the law repeatedly.
Can I have your passwords for your ship?
Yeah, he says, sure. He says, go ahead. He
All right.
he gives you the captain's access. He says, I have nothing to hide.
Well,
Yeah, we haven't heard from you yet, so I'm gonna tell him the common room, I guess, with the bar behind us.
Yeah.
Go wait in there.
Okay, so he goes back and he finds a table and sits down.
That's my turn.
Okay. Audrey, what are you doing?
Okay.
Of course, you've overheard all of this.
Well, then Audrey says to the captain that we are here to rescue you, and she offers to work on the engineering that he was trying to do to end the lockdown.
Okay. So, sure, Audrey can move into the bridge.
Mhm.
You can pick a console. Any console will do. And Audrey can make... That's a really good question. Go ahead and give me a mechanic plus intellect, or your choice, mechanic plus intellect or education. I don't know if that'll make a difference for you, but
It does. Mechanic, education. 9.
excellent. So, Audrey, you are kind of fiddling around with the wiring, and you are able to hotwire one of the consoles enough that you're able to bring up the security console on the captain's station in the middle of the bridge, and it kind of stutters and comes to life. And then I have a question. Nope, he didn't spend that much. So the bridge, looking at these deck plans, yeah, even the bridge is offset. Like he really did some work here. So you wire it, and the one of the things that immediately stands out is that the bridge has been wired with holographic displays, and so this holographic controls comes up, and it's kind of flickering on and off, and kind of flitzing out, and like going kind of cockeyed, and then straight again. But you have a console up and running that Zurzi could access. What do you have Virgil doing?
Excellent.
I'll tell Virgil to go keep an eye on the captain because I want to explore these logs if I can. He's just gonna stand near him.
Okay. So Virgil comes clanking into the room, clang, 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 and turns with the obvious stunner in his chest and says, and looks at Captain Reese and says, "We are here to rescue you."
Yes, I approve of this.
Do not be alarmed.
Yes, please do not fight back.
Clanker's just kind of keeping watch. Just because I want to figure out what happens before we go walking around blindly around the ship.
Okay. All right.
That's Virgil and Clanker's turns.
Okay. So, meanwhile, in the cafeteria, Kaz, what are you doing? You see she's got a kitchen knife.
Well, what you said, Major Tom's holding on to the hand that has the knife, or is it the other hand?
He had let go at that point, and she tried to
Okay.
kick him. But you can now clearly see that because she tried to kick him and kind of moved her arm out, and she has a kitchen knife in her hand.
Okay. I guess this will be a. Okay, here's what I'm going to try to do. You tell me this is possible,
with your cybernetic arm. Whap.
Well, no. Well, that's actually what I was going to ask. So, I don't like if I need to resolve this with a fight, I will. I mean, I can just beat her into unconsciousness and then revive her at the med bay. I mean, that's trivial. But what I would instead like to do is I would like to attempt to put my grab her throat with my cyber arm, but not actually do damage. So basically, kind of
so it's a grapple check.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't. The only game that I have ever played where grapple checks are really simple is Castles and Crusades.
Okay, let's see.
I want to say that they work similar here, but grapple checks.
Yeah, I'm looking.
So Traveler makes an opposed melee unarmed check with their target each using their strength or dex. You get your choice.
Okay.
Winner of the check may choose to do one of the following. You can force the opponent to go prone on the ground. You can disarm the opponent. You can throw them. You can inflict damage automatically. You can pistol whip them or stab them with a knife. You can escape and move away from them.
I mean,
which would end the grapple.
What I would like to do is remember that scene in the very first Star Wars movie where Darth Vader.
Yes,
that's what I would like to do.
So I would say that that would be
probably
either it's kind of a mix between force them to go prone, drag, and continue the grapple. So go ahead and make a melee unarmed plus your choice, either dex or
now, what's
strength.
the bonus for having a 15 in strength?
+3.
+3. Okay.
She got a 10.
Okay. Well,
so all you gotta do is beat a 10.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, where's my melee? My melee. Okay, so I'm at +3 and hop. Wow, that's kind of bullshit. I'm kind of annoyed, but okay, all right. I mean, so it goes. I try to I lunge out with my sidearm, and apparently she just kind of fucking dodges.
So no, she doesn't dodge. She grabs you and immediately
oh yeah, okay.
Stabs you with the knife.
Okay.
Which I don't know if this is really going to do much. I imagine you just came out of surgery, so you're not wearing.
I'm not wearing my vac suit. Although, I was wearing my vac suit before.
I would think
while I
that
was on the planet,
probably desuited.
I would have desuited. Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't have done surgery. I mean, if you were out in the field and it was an absolute life or death situation, you might leave your vac suit on. But yeah. So she
I'll fire my trench coat then.
Inflicts 5 points of damage.
Yeah, that doesn't go through my trench coat.
Okay, so your trench soaks that up. What's Major Tom doing?
Tom bites Giovanna.
All right, go ahead and make a 2d plus 3 for melee natural.
Do you want to grapple her? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Major Tom could grapple. Or he could just bite.
He just bites.
Okay. Go and roll a d6 for d3 damage.
Okay.
So Major Tom deals 1 point of damage to unarmored Giovanna. Giovanna, I think she's probably smarter than that. she. I think she. She drops the kitchen knife and surrenders. She gets down on her knees. And she looks at Kaz and she says, "You just had to be so comforting, didn't you?" She goes, "I'm not stupid. I can see that you have cybernetics. You probably already called out to somebody else and told them what I told you."
Kaz is gonna do his best, like, soldier voice, and he's gonna say, well, no, not soldier voice. He's probably worked with spooks before. He says, "I can neither confirm nor deny that, ma'am. I wish to, but I wish to make it known that there are several holes in your story that we're now going to address. Please have a seat right there."
Okay, so you're setting it. I bet you're wishing that you had purchased some manacles now.
Meh.
I mean,
I-
you're in a
Yeah,
galley
honestly-
and you've got high steward. There's probably kitchen twine. So-
I think it's honestly unnecessary.
okay, so you
Yeah.
sit her down, and that's where we'll leave that
Yep.
for now.
I will come, but I will, as a free action, I will come that, Giovanna attacked me, but Major Tom mostly Major Tom helped me put her down. But she's still alive. I'm gonna interrogate her.
I didn't put her down like that.
Yeah.
I insulted her family really bad, but she's still alive. So-
Well, look, it's a neural com, right? Like I can transfer complex thoughts and stuff.
I don't
so
think
it's like
that's. I don't think that's how it works.
no. Okay, all right, that's fine.
Let me. I've been wondering about this. Like, I don't necessarily know that it's even subvocal. But let me double check.
I can't imagine it not being. Well, let's take a look.
Let's see.
No.
Here we go. Connects the traveler's brain to a communications device. Neurocom is identical capacity to a mobile com, but the cost is much higher. Connections to the traveler's hearing and speech centers, allowing verbal communications by thought alone. Okay, so yeah, it is subvocal.
Yeah.
All right.
I have the enhanced neural com, which means visual cortex. Oh, I can actually broadcast audio visual. Yeah, all right, never mind.
Right. So I mean, you can send the whole 9 yards to anybody you want.
I do. Yeah, I will.
Especially if you've got, audio visual, of course, would require you to have cyber eyes, which you have.
Which I do. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So we pretty much every game that we played, Cyberpunk 2020, BattleTech / Mech Warrior, every sci-fi game. Alternity, Star Drive. There was one player that was always like, "Oh, well, we want to make sure that we all have throat mics." And have you ever heard somebody try to talk to you from a throat mic? It sounds like garbled shit. You can't understand half of what they're saying from a throat mic. It's awful.
It does. Yeah, no, and really what it's supposed, the way it's supposed to be used is supposed to be used for short predetermined
right.
like really barks more than sounds, like
right.
Stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, he was always like, "Oh, make sure that everybody gets throat mics." I'm like, "Oh, that's gonna give highly detailed communication."
Yeah.
So
they played too much Call of Duty.
Yes, yes. So, Zurzi, you get this message with audio visual and a couple of memes.
Okay. I'm going to type some commands on my tablet and send it to the robots, and then I'm going to go sit in the captain's chair and log in.
Okay. So you log in. You have captain's full access. What are you looking for?
Well, I'll tell my agent to just start downloading all the logs, those transmission logs, navigation logs. I'm gonna try to pull up.
Make a recon plus intellect check, and you can add a +1 for your agent.
11.
Okay, so you find that there is a message in the communications buffer that was coming from this stateroom is where it originated, and this was backdated like probably a good 6 or 7 months ago. So around the time that the intelligence operative was in Gorham.
Okay.
And double check that. Yes. This is the message that is sitting in the comms buffer. Like it was never sent.
Okay.
So essentially, the too long didn't read version of this is that you know that he was going to leave for Pyramus in Trinsvale subsector. And that his plan was that once he had collated some of this blackmail data, he was then going to make his way back to Biter Sword Worlds aboard a cargo ship, which you guys already know how that turned out.
Right.
The person who wrote that could be Giovanna.
Yeah, maybe.
She
I suppose
seems
we'll
like
find
a
out.
spy.
So, what else are you looking for?
I'm gonna look and see, because we saw that part of that the water outside is freezing because of like leaks from like coolant leaks and stuff like that.
Yeah, the leaks from the fuel tanks. Liquid hydrogen has leached into the water. And this section, this Ford section here, is partially filling with icy cold water.
If those basically, I would try to. I don't know what I can do on my turn, but like if these are open or anything like that, if there's any bulkheads I can shut, like not necessarily lock, but just.
So when you try to access the security system, you are locked out. Even the captain does not have access to the security control system. You have been locked out.
So in other words, I need to hack.
Yep, you could make a computers or electronics computers plus intellect or education plus all your bonuses. The Amishi is TL12. So you'd have what, a +2 for tech level?
Yeah. And then before I do this, I would send one more command on my tablet to my vigilance drone, Virgil.
Okay.
I'll tell you what those are on my turn. I can DM it to you if you want to, but I'm doing something a little sneaky.
No, that's fine. You can hold on to it.
All right. 21.
Okay. So the override, I mean, with a 21, you get a number of things. First of all, you get access, and you're able to unlock all of these yellow doors.
Okay.
As soon as that happens, of course, water starts to gush in. It is coming underneath these doors here, and partway into this corridor, up to this point.
Am I able to unlock them but not open them? Just make it so if I wanted to go up there and press the button, it would open them. But right now they're saying shut to keep the water out.
You could.
Okay.
The other thing that you're reading that there is one individual in the Ford. What are they calling this? They're calling this the Ford Lounge. It's registering that there is one person in that room.
Okay.
They are. Chief engineer is in the Ford Lounge. And that's all it's registering. Chief Engineer Diov is in the Ford Lounge.
Okay.
And the other part of this is that the override that was entered was initiated by Marin Suwa.
Okay, so the person from the messages. All right.
The one who shot Sir Paul.
Okay.
At least according to Giovanna.
Which,
Well,
trust her.
actually, Captain Reese backs that up too.
Oh.
He said that Sir Paul's bodyguard started asking some strange questions, and then he was shot, and then all hell broke loose.
All right, yeah. I'll tell Audrey that the chief engineer is in the area, starship north of us, but it's filling with water. And we have access to we have control of the ship now. I guess that's enough. I think that's enough for my turn.
Okay.
I don't want to overdo it.
Audrey, what are you doing now that you
Okay.
have this information?
Well, on the comms, Audrey asks Kashmir to pet Tom and give him a treat for being a good pet.
Give him Giovanna's ear.
And then also she's going to try to use the computer to see the status of the different engineering systems on the ship to try to figure out a plan to rescue the engineer who is trapped in the other part of the ship.
Okay.
And there's the flooded areas between us and them.
Okay, so give me a. So, I mean, immediately, without making a check, you can see that the front end of the ship is kind of down in this, but it's shallow. This area of the ocean that it's fallen in, that it crashed in, these are very shallow seas, and so it's not like it's under too much water. It's under enough water that it is filling the forward end of the hull. Through various cracks, and you can see that. As far as like determining engineering systems and viability, you can go ahead and make a engineering life support plus intellect or education check, and you can make that with a boon.
Okay. So... Education 10.
Okay, so essentially what the engineering life support is telling you is that yes, life support is still partially active. It is reading that that basically it's reading that this is a good thing because the planet that you crashed on, the outside atmosphere will support life, even though it is a thin atmosphere requiring a respirator. And it kind of goes into details like, everybody that exits the ship should have a respirator on. especially since nobody's really going to be fully acclimated to this environment. But it also is registering that they are at least everybody aboard this ship is at least partially acclimated, because the ship was going to go down to the surface anyways, and so everybody, they would have adjusted the ship's atmosphere to allow you a better ability to breathe on the surface of the planet. So there's that. That probably would have been started when they first went into jump space, and then probably daily it would be adjusted thinner and thinner and thinner until they got to their destination, and then that way people would be used to it and they wouldn't be out of breath on the surface of the planet. There's that. It is saying that the forward hull is filling with water. At this up here, it is maybe halfway up your calf. As you move forward, it gets deeper and deeper, and in the forward lounge area, it is up to your waist in depth for an average humanoid. And that's only going to get worse. The ship's life support system is reading that at the current rate of flooding, the lounge area, the forward lounge, will be what it's registering as uninhabitable in about 3 hours. So basically, it's saying anybody that's in there, they better have a vac suit or a dive suit on, because otherwise they're going to drown. It's also registering that the water is exceptionally cold. And of course, it's reading that there are numerous breaches to the fuel tanks that have leaked liquid hydrogen into the surrounding water.
Well, from the bridge, can we call the forward lounge on the intercom?
No, it's all systems in the forward lounge are down. In fact, even and now with now that you even have security access, this iris valve to the forward lounge is not responding. It's offline, closed. Or at least partially closed.
Oh. Audrey tells Zurzi that she wants to rescue the engineer who is in the forward lounge.
Are you wearing a vac suit or anything?
I would assume.
No, but
I would assume you guys went in here, a crash ship. You're probably, I mean, you're probably wearing a vac suit. You're probably not wearing. I mean, I doubt Audrey is wearing the rescue suit. One of these, because I don't think she has the vac suit skill for it. She could.
no, so
She could wear it. She's just going to be, what is your vac suit, Audrey?
0. So Audrey would use a regular vac suit.
Yeah, it's 0.
You'd only be at a -1 though, wouldn't you?
That's what I'm looking up. I think that's correct.
And it's only like -1 to like dex and strength checks, so I don't know.
So it says, if traveler does not have the requisite vac suit skill for the suit they are wearing, they suffer -1 to all skill checks made while wearing a suit for each missing level. So technically, you would only be at a -1. I mean, for
That's
everything.
Not too bad.
No, and this thing's got the laser cutter that's on the arm. It's got all that crap. And you don't necessarily need the thruster pack.
Go check out where that person is and go rescue him. I'll stay here with the captain and the computers.
Okay, so Audrey has her vac suit on, and she's going to make her way to the Ford Lounge.
Okay, you can move 6 meters, or 6 meters in whichever direction you want to go.
I guess this way then.
Okay.
So about to over here.
Yeah, it seems like the water on the starboard side is deeper than the water on the port side. So you're down and canted at a right angle. All right.
Oh, so the water's shallower over here?
Yes. The direction that you were going, it's shallow.
Okay, then Audrey goes that way. Whichever way's easier.
Yeah, right. So what did you tell Virgil in your command?
He's gonna look at the captain and say, "Do you know Kurt Voss?"
The captain's response is, I've never heard that name before.
Virgil wants to snap the captain's neck.
Oh!
Okay.
I did not see that coming.
Go ahead and have Virgil. Let's see here. Virgil can make so essentially this is going to be a grapple check. So Virgil needs to make a melee check at -3 because Virgil doesn't have melee.
Because
melee
strength 12.
It would be a melee unarmed. So yeah, I mean he would get the +2. So he's going to be a -1.
Okay, so only a 5.
Okay, hold on a second. Keep closing that, and I don't mean to do that. There we go. So the captain. I mean, of course, the captain doesn't want his neck snapped. Not to mention the
why
fact
are we snapping this guy's neck again?
Not to mention the fact that there's no reason to snap his neck, but sure. So Virgil has him by the neck. Virgil can roll.
I think he can automatically inflict damage, can't he?
Yep. Virgil can roll 1d +2 for his strength.
Did not roll, right? Wow, okay. I'll just roll minimum. 3 damage.
So, Virgil doesn't snap his neck, but the captain tries to fight back, and Virgil has him by the neck and is lifting him up out of the chair. For literally no reason, but whatever.
Man, I wanted to do that. Oh well.
You have somebody there to do it too.
What is Clanker doing?
Clanker is going to just move in and just kind of watch the back door.
Okay.
He's got his guns out and ready in case somebody tries to come in.
Okay. Kaz, what are you doing?
Okay. Quick question for Zurzi. Did you send me an image of that letter?
Yeah, I would say I did because Audrey knew the information, so I would say you would also.
Okay, all right, very good. Okay, so I have access to it. So I say, okay, so I assume Giovanna sits down, doesn't do anything stupid yet.
Yeah, no, she's smart enough to know that she's caught.
Okay, all right. So I toss half the sandwich I made over to Major Tom. And again, this is the sandwich rating 12. So, I hope this is not going to give him any bad teach Major Tom any bad habits. Anyway, so yeah, Cass says, so let's let's try it from the top. There were two holes in your story. One of the first one is that the man Martin Sawa or whatever, close enough, um, is almost certainly a trained intelligence operative. So the fact that
She starts to laugh.
yeah, yeah, okay. Look, point is that you're an untrained, you're claiming to be an untrained student, and you managed to hide from him. So, okay, what actually happened?
She says, "There's no way that Suwa is a trained intelligence operative. He's a fixer. He's a starport broker. He's not an intelligence operative. Where do you guys come up with this?"
I say, well, we have our suspicions. Plus, I'm just checking to sure that your story corroborates, corroborates or disproves what I have. But no, but seriously, what did? Okay, fine. What? So the fact that this already indicates to me that you know what he was on the ship for. So why don't you give me why don't you tell me your theory?
She says, Gorham is red zoned under Imperial naval law. I want an attorney.
Okay. How do I want to do this? How do I want
alone. How do you want to do this?
Well, no, but that's the thing. I'm going to try to do something different. I'm not going to try to read her mind. I'm going to try to send a thought to her.
Okay.
Which is that's the DC 10 check. Ooh.
Yeah, you've got it only costs 2 points, but what's your psi score currently at?
Right now it's still a 6, so I'm still at 0, but
yeah, you'd have to get 10 or better.
2d6. Yeah, no, that's not likely to happen. I say, you don't get an attorney, actually. Because I'm not actually with the Imperium, like, at all.
Well, you are currently technically employed by a company working under the auspices of the Imperial Navy. So yes,
this is true. I know, but she doesn't know that.
So if that's the case, then she just responds. She says, "So you're here illegally too. That means you're also illegally detaining me."
I say, yeah, but here's a question. Like what were you thinking in general? Like, okay, you might have thought that like the cyber armor is just for show, but clearly it's not. I also have other implants, obviously. So you were gonna attack me, maybe bring me down, and then try to fly this ship off by yourself. Clearly, I know something about what's going on this planet, even if perhaps not what maybe you have more information I do. You probably do, because I have a suspicion who you are, forgetting Capitan. But so like the implication that there's a certain implication here, and that implication is that you don't necessarily have to leave here alive, Or the other option is that, I have some very fancy equipment over in the medbay over there, and I can just, scan your mind. I'll get to what's there eventually. So the question is, you're here illegally, I'm here illegally. Are we going to make a deal or not?
She says, well, go ahead and first of all make a persuade plus intellect check.
Mm-hmm. I will do that. My persuade is not very good. Do I have a chip for persuade? No, I do. I do have a chip for persuade. Very good. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a 10.
So she says, all right, that's fair. The whole weepy bit is gone. Her face has basically dropped into just stone cold. And she's not sniffling nothing. And she says, I'm going to be honest with you. She says, all I wanted was off of this planet, which is the same reason why I took this damn job to begin with. She says, all I wanted was away from the situation. She says, so, the truth of the matter is, she says, back on Mora, she says, there was some jerk that got in my way. I got impatient. He was basically nothing more than an insect to me. And he annoyed me too many times, and she says I stabbed him. And she says, not a big deal to me, but she says, I've been on the run from the law ever since. I'm wanted on Mora.
Did you like stab a noble or something, or what?
She says, well, no, the guy died in the street.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why you. Okay, well, why didn't you like join the Navy or something? You can stab all the people you want. Anyway,
she says I took the first job that was available to me, which was offered by Marin Suwa, and she says I admit I was let in on his little scheme pretty much right away, and she says basically, I don't know who he answers to, but he's setting up all of these red zoned vacations for all of these rich idiots, some of them nobles, in order to accumulate blackmail information to put into a file to send to this patron that he's working for. He's not some master spy. He's literally a starport broker. In fact, he's a starport broker that sells wine. That's his profession. She says this whole thing just kind of fell into his lap because, he talked to, I don't know if it's the right or the wrong people, but he met a special connection, and that's how he got involved in this. She says he shot that Sir Paul guy and killed his bodyguard. She goes, I don't know what happened to either of them. Sir Paul kind of crawled off on his own. I assume that's who you were working on in the medbay. His bodyguard is dead. I watched him bleed out. And she says, I knew about all of this, but she says, I didn't hide. She says, I was getting away because essentially I was searching for a knife because I was going to kill Suwa myself. It was either he knew that I knew everything that was going on, so it was obvious that he was going to kill me next.
I see. So science sense. Okay, I can appreciate that. Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. Although I am afraid, for your sake, that you did actually stumble into something bigger than that due to the nature of some of the players on that ship. But actually, hold on. You say you shot his bodyguard. Can you describe him?
Yeah, she gives a description of.
And we don't know what's his face looks like, right? The guy that we're looking for.
Marin Suwa, no, you don't know what he looks like yet.
No. Not Marin Suwa. The other guy, the proper spy. Yeah.
You weren't given. No. In fact, even what's his name? Kurt Voss. Even he doesn't actually know what the guy looks like. That's how deep this guy goes.
I see. That is unfortunate. I say, okay. All right. I say, well, so now we're in impasse. You were gonna stab me. Yeah, you did stab me, excuse me. And I'm not a fan of that. On the other hand, but you're also just trying to survive. If you were in my shoes, they wouldn't fit. What would you do?
She says, honestly, now that you know the whole truth, she says, and I apologize for trying to stab you.
Of course.
Go ahead and make a recon plus social check.
Recon plus social 7.
It is obvious that there's no sympathy or apology in her voice.
No, of course not.
And she says, well, I do apologize for that. She says, um, I figured that once you let your compatriots know that the only option I would have is to try and get off world myself, and that would have made me have to try to steal your ship. She says,
You actually.
quite honestly, I'm not a good pilot. I know very little about ships, but she says if it would get me off of this planet and somewhere safer, then that's what I would have to do. She says, if it were me and I knew all the details like you do, I would chalk it up to just, let's call it even. You can lock me in a stateroom until you get me to a station and then book me out on the next transport to anywhere but here. She says, you're saying that you're not with the Empire, and so what are you going to do? Citizens arrest me, and then what?
Well, no. Cass says. I mean, frankly, I was expecting, if you were honest, that the real answer would be to to do what you were going to do to Sawa and get him before he gets you. But that's not unreasonable.
She says, I can tell you something about him, is that he is fixated on, so the Amishi has a launch, and he is fixated on trying to get that launch out, and he was going to escape on his own. I had the same idea, but the launch bay doors were just kind of crumpled in the crash, and I'm smart enough to know that there is no way that me, in my state, she says, look at me, I'm not muscular, and I have no idea what tools would be needed. I'm not a mechanic or an engineer. But he is fixated on taking off in that launch, if he can figure out a way to open those launch bay doors. My bet is that he is probably in the launch hangar at the top of the ship.
All right. That information I immediately relay to Zurzi, and I say, when you were searching for that knife, and in general, and when you were doing the whole crying bit, what were you thinking? Like, and I don't mean like in the literal sense, but like, how were you thinking?
She says, I'm not good with guns. I like knives.
Huh.
She says, I try to always keep one on me. Unfortunately, the blades keep breaking.
Wait, why? That's weird.
She says, well, I need to invest in a really good knife, but she says, so far I've been dealing okay with kitchen knives. She says they're easy to come by.
Well, yeah, I suppose there's that. Okay, right. Well, for now, I'll say that's me. I'll info the information over to Zurzi that that Giovanna thinks that Sawa might be in the launch.
Okay. So Zurzi, you received this information. What are you doing?
Well, since I have such access, can I see? Am I able to like look at the controls for the launch area? To see if they're being accessed or anything?
You see that over here. So this deck is a little weird. This is the cargo deck. This at the rear is the launch hangar. This is actually up. You have to go up in this lift in order to get to the launch. Cameras are completely down. All security cameras are offline, so you can't really see anything. But you can see that this door, or I'm sorry, this hatch right here was accessed by Marin Suwa.
It is just lock everything.
It is also registering that the hangar bay doors are inoperable.
Okay. basically that entire deck. I just want to lock every single door on that deck.
Okay.
And just be like, assuming that we'll probably trap them, we'll deal with them in a minute once we get this chief engineers found in front, and I deal with this guy next to me. Well, in the room next to me.
I will draw these squares so that we know that these are locked. All right. On the right spot. So you lock those doors. What else were you doing?
And then Kaz, you sent me all that information.
Yes, emphasize the launch, but yes, I do send you essentially the conversation. Yeah.
I'll say, sounds like a loose end we don't need.
Noted.
And yeah, and the noises and stuff coming from the common room, I pay no attention to. I keep working at my computer trying to just figure everything out. And if it helps, the communication logs and any kind of logs I can get, I will download them and we'll read them later on.
Okay, so you're downloading the ship's logs and you're getting astrogation logs, all of it. You're getting everything.
Yes.
Audrey, what are you doing?
Audrey continues on her rescue operation.
Okay, so if you're moving with 3 miners, you can move 18 meters.
Okay, get the ruler. All right, so that's right about to there.
Okay, so you can see that this door up here, this iris valve, is leaking badly. There's water coming out from about the roughly the midpoint of the iris valve door and down. Water is just kind of gushing in. But as you get to this point, there's like a kind of a waterfall that is going down this lift shaft, and you can hear down this lift shaft. You can hear somebody yelling, "Help! Help! Help!" And you look down there, and you can see that there is somebody in the water down there.
Oh. Well, Audrey says, I will help you.
Okay. Hold on, let me... There we go. So, you used all your minor actions getting there, but at the bottom of the lift shaft is a woman. And obviously she looks a lot wetter than this. She looks like this. And the water is just cascading down into the lift. So she is, and the lift is quickly filling up with water. So that is where we will pick up next week at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Thank you for running.
You're very welcome. All right, guys. I will see you next week.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too. Have a good night.
Peace out.